So the moment Kane Tejada was introduced, he was portrayed as someone who was no nonsense, the muscle to the Tejada organization. He's someone who causes chaos and isn't afraid to shoot on sight. And although he was the right-hand man to Monet, she threw him out because of his rebellious ways, which almost had Tariq killed. But as we move into season 2, Kane this season, he's going to be all about respect and family first. It's how Power Book 2 Ghost have described him, and the question is, will Kane ever get the respect that he wants? It's all he's ever wanted from Monet. He told her he's as much as her son as Drew. But as we all know, respect is something which is earned, not given, and it's going to take some time before Kane earns this respect and trust from his family and those around him, so he's got a lot of work to do. But one person who I think Kane will get this respect from is Mecca. We saw a short teaser between the two characters and they are going to strike up a relationship, but we're going to see Monet accepting Kane back into the Tejada family, but her move is going to be questioned by Drew and Diana. We're also going to see Kane working with Tariq to make sure both of them stay out of jail for the death of Jabari, and we're going to learn more about Kane's background as well. So in this video, we're going to break things down all Kane Tejada and what we can expect from him going into season 2 with his relationships with his family, Mecca and Tariq. But of course, if you're new to the channel and you haven't done so already, then remember to smash the subscribe button if you want to see everything Power Book 2 Ghost and Power Universe related. Now there isn't exactly a character description for Kane, but Ghost Stars have described him as respect. So over the course of this video, we'll tie this in and what it means for Kane in the broader perspective. But let's start from the beginning in season 1. He showed us he's a character who acts first and thinks later. It's something which Power teased about his character, someone who's very unpredictable, because you just didn't know what he was going to do next. On one hand, he was ready to kill a cop to get him and Drew out of this situation, which they found themselves in after shooting up Guap's place, and he would have taken the rap for his brother. But on the other hand, he also showed us how he works against his family. He described his character going into season 2 as family first, but he didn't exactly show this at the back end of season 1 when he decided to keep Lil Guap alive. We saw how Lil Guap attacked Zeke, who's the Tejada's most prized asset, because he's their ticket way out of the game, and after he put a gun to Zeke's knee and almost ended his career, Drew told him that he needs to body them Guaps. Instead, what he did, he kept him alive for his own benefit, and it seems like Lil Guap will introduce him to Mecca as we saw in the small teaser. Mecca knows Big Guap, and he's also heard of Lorenzo, so he says. But we're going to see Kane and Mecca striking up this relationship, because I feel Mecca, he's going to give him this respect that he's looking for, because he's not getting it from Monet and Lorenzo. Because at the back end of last season, he was thrown out by Monet because he ordered the hit on Tariq, which put Zeke's life in danger. And Kane even went as far as to killing the one person they had in law enforcement, which was Ramirez, the person who got Kane off the hook on more than one occasion. And as the season progressed, we learned why Kane is the way he is. He's what Monet made him to be, just like Tasha admitted that Tariq is the way he is because of her and Ghost and Kanan as well. There's a bit of everybody in Tariq, and I think the same will happen with Kane, who's going to learn some traits and skills from Mecca, and it is something to definitely look out for. But with Kane, we're also going to learn a bit more about his backstory as well. There was a very small detail in the very first episode of season 1 when they showed this, Tariq searching Lorenzo Tejada at the end of the episode. One of the search results showed Lorenzo Tejada Jr., and I questioned this at the time, who is Lorenzo Tejada Jr.? And later Courtney Kemp did an Instagram live Q&A where she confirmed, Kane definitely isn't Kanan's son, he's definitely Lorenzo's, and we learned that his name is actually Lorenzo Tejada Jr. Where the name Kane comes from is Hurricane, which was a nickname given to him at a young age because he was always running around. So this is something we're going to learn in season 2, and not just about Kane. I'm sure we're going to start to learn more about the Tejadas, their past and history, and this will start to paint the picture of why Monet is the way she is, Lorenzo and everybody else, and possible connections. But let's look at some quotes from the actors themselves. Woody McClain, who plays Kane, described his character going into season 2 as family first, and Mary J. Blige, who plays Monet, said that Kane is off the chain, he's a real savage. Monet's not afraid of him, but everybody else is. And the way Mary J. Blige has described Kane's character, we can all expect him to catch another couple of bodies and increase his body count as the season goes on. We all know that he's not shy with pulling the trigger, whether it be shooting a civilian like Jabari or law enforcement like Ramirez. Kane's ready whenever and whoever. It's one of the reasons why Monet refused to send Kane to Stansfield, because she knows he's too hot-headed. We heard how he killed another one of the GTG boys, KO, in this small teaser that Ghost Stars released, and in the trailer how Mecca gave him a knife to deal with whoever this is tied up in this chair. I'm sure it's going to be a common theme across season 2, where Kane is asked to kill or deal with enemies of the Tejadas and Mecca, because he is the muscle and he's going to be family first. But even though Kane is her son and the muscle to the Tejada organization, Monet sent him a clear warning that she'll put him down herself after what happened with Drew at the end of last season. She blames Kane because he should have been there with his family, not against them. and even though she's gonna accept Kane back into the mix, it's just the beginning for all of these problems for the Tejadas, because Kane being allowed back into the family business will start to cause a divide and a split in the Tejada household, especially because this is something Drew and Diana won't agree with at first. They're gonna question her decision making, and there really will be some trust issues there with both Monet and Kane. But regardless of what Drew and Diana think, Monet will be accepted back in, and they will be doing business together once again. But the question is, how long will it last? Will he go back to his rebellious ways, or will he actually change and learn from his mistakes and earn this respect that he wants? Just like we spoke about earlier on in the video, will we see a somewhat different sort of Kane when he's working with Mecha? I think he's going to be someone who starts to learn a lot more under Mecha and starts to take things on board with how Tariq handles things with Jabari's investigation, and Kane learning and becoming a lot more strategic would really make him more dangerous than he already is. And I do think he's going to smarten up and wisen up a lot more in Season 2 and seasons to come. And he's going to be working closely with Mecha when it comes to their business, when it comes to their battles in the streets, as we're going to see from the aftermath of this teaser, and when it comes to their family as well, because Mecha's going to be in bed with Monet. From Mecha's character description, we've learned that he has a plan for the Tejadas beyond the game, so he's got another motive for the Tejadas altogether, but we don't know what his motives are and his endgame is just yet, and I'm sure this is something that will start to be revealed as we get to know who he is and what his connections are with the Tejadas, apart from what we've seen from the trailer and teasers that they've given us so far, where he told us that he knows Big Guap and has heard of Lorenzo but never met him, which I do think is a complete lie, by the way. I definitely think there's a history there. And Lorenzo being released from prison, if and when it does happen, will cause chaos. He had Kane beat the last time he went to go visit him in prison for putting his hands on Monet, and if there is going to be a divide and split with the Tejada family, then who would Kane side with? We all know Lorenzo wants Drew to take over the family business and likes to run things his way. He knows that Kane is too hot-headed, so when and if he is released this season, it'll change the dynamics of the whole family, not just for Kane. All of the kids will have a choice to make. Who do they side with? Monet and Mecha, or Lorenzo? For Kane, I think we just need to remember the word of respect when it comes to the Tejada divide, and he'll go wherever he gets this respect. So as the season goes on, I'm sure this poster will make a lot more sense. But let's talk about Kane and Tariq, because these are two characters who are going to have to learn to work with each other because of how they're both implicated in Jabari's death. Kane for sure will see him a lot more differently now after he saw him pull the trigger on Jabari, but one thing Kane won't want is the rap for Jabari's murder. We heard him say in the trailer that he better not go down for this, and we're going to see Tariq and Kane meeting a few times, especially during this first half of the season. The promo video yesterday showed us with Tariq telling Kane they both need to stay out of jail for the greater good. And what is the greater good? Will they sacrifice someone else to save themselves? Will they plant the gun on someone? Or could Tariq even plant the gun on Kane himself? I spoke about this in my Tariq character breakdown, which I will leave the link to down below, and Effie's as well. But Kane put all the trust in Tariq's hand when he handed over the gun, and now Tariq holds all the cards, and at the end of the day, Tariq will have to make some sacrifices himself, which I don't think will be Kane. I think it will be someone else, but let's wait and see. But the final point on Kane, one thing I do hope we see in Season 2 with his character is him working a lot more with Brayden. In episode 6 of the first season, Kane saw how Brayden could handle himself on the corners, and he definitely took a liking to him, so I can see them working together at some point, just like we saw in this teaser image, with both of them walking through the woods. But that's just a breakdown of Kane's character and what we can expect from him going into Season 2 of Power Book 2 Ghost, which is going to center around him gaining this respect that he wants, but we know he's got some way to go before he gets any form of respect. So let me know your thoughts down below on Kane going into this new season. Do you think he can be trusted? Do you think Monet can trust him? And will he and Tariq manage to get out of this Jabari murder together? Or could Tariq throw Kane under the bus to save himself? Drop all your comments down below in the comment section, and of course if you're new to the channel and you haven't done so already, then remember to smash the subscribe button if you want to see everything Power Book 2 Ghost and Power Universe related. But as always, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.